Sujan Feist placed second in the previous round. Fourth person to get sub 4. Starts off really strong, 0.94. What a way to begin.
Ties his PR average. Fourth in the world right now.
We've got Theodore, the current single world record holder. Can he beat Sujan's 0.94 to get himself off to an amazing start? It's a lock-up at the beginning, 1.63 for Theodore.
The difference of 0.7 seconds here.
But that's dangerous.
This is looking like a good scramble overall. Ethan Zhuang with a 0.98 as well off stream.
We'll be waiting on Yihang Wang. We saw Nancy Liu there with a 135. And Zane has just received his cube on the blue stage. Yihang Wang will not be far behind.
Zane focusing very hard, spamming 2x2 Alex, practicing that pickup, very focused for each one of his attempts here. Again, competitors will have 90 seconds before they are required to start or else risk a DNF. Zane clearly within that window.
Zane in inspection right now, as is Yihang Wang. Zane about to start. 1.26 and a 1.19 for Yihang Wang. So it's Sujan taking the lead early.
Yihang upset. It looks like there is some flash potentially in the audience again. Is
to go see the top 4 seeds with their first solve so far, and Sujan Feist, Ethan Zhuang, the only 2 competitors to go sub 1, and no one else is even within a 1/10 of a second after that.
overall, the race at the top is very tight. Warsaw, 1.63 by Theodore. It looks like Brennan Dunnigan, 328. I'm going to guess a +2.
There's Jody Brewster, 1.96. That's the first person we've seen on the second. Here goes Sujan Feist, current leader. Another decent solve, 1.42 for the second scramble. Saw Nancy Liu with a 135 on the first scramble. She is just about to begin inspection. As is Theodore.
Got some applause in the audience. Emmanuel Schellen with a 1.02. This is a very tight top of the ladder here.
Here goes Theodore in inspection now. Was a bit subpar on that first scramble. 1.63 was the second slowest that we've seen entered so far. So far away from what we've seen Theodore able to manage before. Theodore clutches up, 0.95.
Fist pump there, 2x2, a very, very high variance event. Good solution. Throwing the yos out into the crowd. Crowd loving it.
Such a showman at such a young age, Theodore Zaider. Hopefully that's a name we're going to be seeing around for a long time. Got so much potential. He's only 7 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Nancy Liu on screen there, 1.72 for that second scramble.
Oh my gosh, my PR single is older than this kid.
See Jody Brewster on third scramble right now, 1.53. And Brian Johnson off stream with a 1.62. Here's that replay of Theodore's 0.95. Super smooth, and the smile just there. Just a kid and laying down massive times at the biggest event in cubing history. Sujan Feist, scramble number 3.
Much faster than some of the competitors here in terms of getting his scrambles.
1.72 for Sujan, so that 1.42 on the second is going to be counting.
This is just Yihang's second solve.
Yihang did not start off how we've seen him, 1.19. It's around about the average he got in the previous round, but we know he's capable of better. Lock up at the start, 1.56.
Zane Kanani just off stream, 115. So that means a 1.26 is counting. I think it's the best counting time so far. Puts Zane in a very good position. Some other solvers have a good first solve, but haven't done number 2 yet.
Seen in the top 3, all of these competitors have only done the first solve. Anthony Paderakis, former world champion, starting off really strong with a 101. Emmanuel Schellen, the Swedish national record holder, 102. And Roman Rudakov, the current oceanic record holder for average, 1.16. Here's Emmanuel on for his second now.
Oh, looked fairly nervous there and uncertain if that's a +2 or not.
And it is a +2. Here goes Theodore. Had an amazing comeback after that first solve, 0.95. Can he replicate that on scramble number 3? Yes, he can! 0.97! That is a counting solve!
That's incredible. Counting sub-1 here at the World Championship. That also ties Theodore's PR average, and that's a counting time. Very smooth solution. Looks like an R2, F2, R2 at the end there to add a couple of moves, but a nice solution before that point.
Theodore pulling himself away and clear right now. We saw Anthony Paterakis off stream with a 1.13 on the second scramble. He's the closest one in contention, but still Theodore has a counting sub-1. Could this be the first World Championship, a dream finish for Theodore? He has to clutch it up though. 1.63 on the first. Could spell disaster for Theodore. Here goes Zane.
Facing the same scramble.
Great turning, 1.20 for Zane. So he's counting that solve there, 1.20. His best time still a 1.15.
8 seconds.
Yihang Wang now looks pretty solid, 1.02, just over that 1 second mark. So counting a 1.19 now.
Projections put Yihang, Zane, and Ethan Zhuang within 0.1 of each other. This is a really tight race right now. Obviously, 2x2 is a fast event, but the margins are super thin here.
Got Sujan in inspection right now. 0.81! 0.81!
Means that 0.94 is going to be counting. It helps counteract the fact that he also has a 1.42 in there. He's looking at a 118 average if he stays on course. He's going to need a little bit more in order to overtake Theodore, though.
He's the only competitor we've seen on that fourth scramble. That 0.81 could have come on a really, really good scramble. So we'll keep an eye out for all of our competitors on scramble number 4. We could be seeing some fireworks about to erupt.
Yeah, we've got a lot of different solutions here. Competitors are going to have different... we've had sub-1 solves on all 4 scrambles so far, so not everyone is doing the exact same thing. Just shows how much that selection and how much that execution matters in this event. Anthony here is facing scramble number 3. Theodore's best time here. Theodore had the best time of 0.97. We're also seeing Theodore at the exact same time inspecting solve 4. There's a lot of blue on top, but it looks like he might be going for green.
Theodore's already counting a 0.97. Could this be the dagger for everybody else? It's not going to be. He's going to count a 1.63. 3.25 Theodore's later. Does that put him out of contention?
Oh man, it knocks him way down the rankings. He's projected for a 130 average. That's going to put him in 7th tentatively here. Anthony instead with the 123, sitting pretty here. This would be one of the other World Championship titles from 2017, bringing it back.
We've not seen Anthony on that 4th scramble yet, but he's already counting a 1.13.
Looks like we missed Zane Kanani on that 4th scramble, 1.36.
That is a counting time, so he's going to count a 1.19 and a 1.3, on pace for around about a 1.20. We're seeing Yihang Wang now. We saw a great time from Sujan on the scramble that Zaid is about to tackle right now.
Sujan's on solve 5.
Sujan at the bottom of the screen.
That
1.16 is a counting time. He's counting that solve, a 0.94 and a 1.42.
He's still behind Anthony Paterakis on this one. But he's set the standard. It's very likely he's going to podium unless other people have insane execution on the last 2 solves.
Sujan finishing with 1.17. Yihang cannot find the same solution as Sujan though, 1.34. And that's going to be a counting time as well for Yihang Wang. On pace for 1.27. That's not even going to podium.
GPA for Yihang is 1.18. Unlikely to overtake Ethan Zhuang unless Ethan gets worst possible average. Sujan right now holding steady, 117 average. He's already done. He does not control his own destiny though. Anthony Paterakis does.
This is the one man on better pace than Sujan right now. And he's seeing that good 4th scramble. We know Anthony is an extremely solution-based solver. Can he see the same thing that Sujan has just seen on scramble number 4? Taking time to compose. He's a 2017 world champion. Can he do the same 8 years later?
also need to pay attention. Theodore with a 1.23. It's a 128 average, putting him out of contention. Anthony here on solve number 4. Sujan got a 0.81 on this.
That was the fastest solve we've seen in the finals so far. What can Anthony do on the same scramble?
Oh, a cube drop!
1.79 there for Anthony Paterakis. That does not spell disaster just yet. That only means that he's counting a 1.13 and a 1.23 for a projected average of 1.18.
We're also taking a look at Ethan Zhuang. He controls his own destiny. BPA 111 is better than Anthony's BPA of 112.
Zane Kanani unfortunately out of the race for first place right now, but can he clutch up a good time? He does a sub 1.96.
120 means he's possible on the podium depending on what Ethan and Anthony do.
But he cannot win. Sujan has already locked up an average faster than that.
It's a solid time by Zane, but the margins are so thin here. He's only 0.03 behind Sujan Feist, who's guaranteed himself a podium spot here at Worlds.
Here's Yihang Wang. He cannot beat Sujan Feist. His best possible average will be 0.01 slower. 1.04. It is close to that best possible average. And in fact, he slots himself 0.02 behind Sujan. So that pushes Zane Kanani at least down to third.
It still depends on Ethan and Anthony's last solves.
Thank you.
For first place, Ethan needs a 1.14. Anthony needs a 1.13.
They both have extremely similar range right now. Here is Ethan on stream. Ethan needs a 1.14 to win. For third, he needs a 1.23. But 1.14, that is the mark that we're looking for Ethan to get on this scramble. He does not have a counting sub 1.
And only 2 competitors have been able to get that. Yihang and Zane, the top guys in this field.
Here's Ethan, 1.14, the magic mark to beat. It's well within his wheelhouse.
Oh!
It's not going to be 108. Wait.
I think he might have stopped the timer with his wrists.
It is a DNF. He stops the timer at 1.28, but the puzzle was not solved.
That means Yihang has guaranteed podium at this point. The only person that we're waiting on is Anthony to decide the podium for 2x2. It comes down to the last solve. If he clutches, he's able to win, and if he doesn't, he's not going to be on the podium at all.
The margins are so narrow. Anthony Paterakis, the only man able to unseat Sujan from the top of the ladder. At the moment projected for just 0.01 slower, but if he picks up the pace with a 1.13 or better, he is the world champion, repeating his feat from 2017.
Deep
Can he clutch it up? A hush falls over the crowd in Seattle.
Everyone knows this solve is the solve to determine the world champion.
The venue holds their breath. Anthony Paterakis begins inspection.
Changing his orientation once. He's held it for a few seconds here, changing it the last second again.
1.13 to win. It's not happening! Sujan Feist is the world champion!
Sujan Feist from Michigan taking it with a 117. Yihang Wang 119. Zane Kanani 120. I don't think we're going to have a closer final this entire competition.
Anthony Paterakis with that solve falls all the way down to 7th place. Theodore also off the podium. It is now confirmed. Zane Kanani, 3rd place, 1.20. Yihang Wang of China, 1.19. And Sujan Feist, by only 0.02, is the world champion for 2x2 in 2025.
Clutched it incredibly well on that last solve as well. Had a 172 on solve number 3. You can see the great embrace that Sujan has right there. Able to keep his composure. 0.81 means he's counting at 0.94, then a 116 to seal it off. That's an incredible feat.
Thoroughly deserved the win here. He had the fastest time in the entire finals by a fair margin. 0.81 rather on that 4th scramble. Saw something there that nobody else could see. And he counts a sub 1, and he's a world champion.